Hey guys, it's me, Mario, and today we're going to finish Tusk, the Mighty Mammoth. How you guys doing today? Hope you're doing well. Chapter 10, The Gatekeepers' Warning. Let me take a sip of my drink. Chapter 10, The Gatekeepers' Warning. GI. Tom gazed uneasily at the tall gatekeeper as he leaned on his cane. The light of the emerald arch was reflected in his one good eye. Was that wise? Asked the old man. How can you ask? Tom said, the rebels are fighting against Malville. They're good people. They deserve to find a better life. Good people? Curlo rumbled. Are you sure? What if they do not wish to be ruled by King Hugo? What will happen to Aventia then? Tom stared through the shimmering emerald arch, but Odora and the rebels had already moved out of sight. Surely Curlo was mistaken. The rebels wouldn't cause problems in Aventia, would they? Tom turned back to the gatekeeper, but the ragged man had vanished into the shadows of the forest. Don't let him worry you, Helena said. You've done well. You've liberated Furno and...
Video crash. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, Mom. Aw, thank you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I'm in the middle of recording here, Mom.
I know.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you.
Let me put that over here. Sorry about that. Didn't expect that. I lost my spot. The rebels wouldn't cause problems in Aventia, would they? Tom turned back to the gatekeeper, but the ragged man had vanished into the shadows of the forest. Don't let him worry you, Helena said. You've done well. You've liberated Furno and you've destroyed another of Marvel's evil beasts. Eldaru would be proud of you. Tom nodded, but he still felt uneasy. A delighted roar from Furno interrupted his thoughts. The dragon came towards them, his eyes bright with pleasure. His scales glossy and shining once more. He lifted his long snout and let out a burst of flame that lit up the gloomy sky. Evening was approaching, and the red Gorgonian sky was darkening rapidly. The sparkling emerald arch was glowing even more brilliantly in the gathering gloom. But Tom knew it would soon fade. You must go home now, Furno, Tom called to the dragon. Furno flapped his mighty wings and gave another happy roar. Then he lowered his head in thanks to the two friends before flying through the Emerald Gateway. There was a final swish of the tail, and then he was gone. "Another quest complete," said Elena. Tom nodded. "But I'd like to get out of this forest before night falls," he said. Stormblind in agreement. None of them wanted to spend the night near the deadly snake ferns. Tom took the reins, and the three companions walked through the trees, heading for the rebel camp. A sound at their backs brought them to a halt. Tom drew his sword, and Ellen put an arrow to the string of her bow. They waited in uneasy silence as something drew closer. A gray shape sprung out of the darkness. "Silver!" cried Elena, dropping her bow as her beloved wolf came leaping towards them. He almost knocked her off her feet as he bounded around her, barking and wagging his tail, his eyes gleaming. It looked as though his stay in Aventia had restored him to full health. Tom laughed, and Storm let out a neigh of pleasure. The four friends were united once more. Then Silver padded over to Tom and dropped something from his mouth. It lay shining on the ground. An ember jewel. Tom picked it up. "It's from the Mammoth's tusk," he said. "Thank you, Silver." He slipped the jewel into place on his magic belt. Immediately he felt a new power flowing through him. He turned to Elena. "The ember jewel is working," he told her. "It will help me to be a better fighter. My battle skills already feel so much sharper." His body filled with renewed strength. Tom threw his sword high in the air and caught it with a shout. "I pity the next beast that tries to stop us," he laughed. Let's get out of here. I'm sure there will be food and beds at the rebels' camp." But as they stepped out of the forest, Tom could not shake off the memories of the Gatekeepers' warning. What was waiting for him back in Aventia? He'd find out soon enough. But first, there was another evil beast to defeat. And that was Chapter 10, The Gatekeeper's Warning. And the end of Tusk the Mighty Mammoth. Hopefully you will join me next Thursday. Ad. Always have to wait 5 seconds. Hopefully you will join me in the last book of the third series, Sting, the Scorpion Man. Hopefully that one is going to be cool as well. It's the last book of the third series, so... Yeah, third series, I had to check. Hope you guys are excited for Thursday, where I'll read the prologue of Sting, the Scorpion Man. And I hope you like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you guys are interested in more Beast Quest videos. I have the 4th and 5th series ready, so yeah. I don't know why I just wag my finger. Alright, bye guys.